What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So, it's been an interesting week. It's now the weekend, Friday night, and I hope, please, please, if you're out and about, going out, hanging out with your friends, and doing things and all that, be careful. Think twice. Is me getting into a fight or pulling out a gun and altering multiple people's lives worth it? Is it worth it? It's better just to walk away. Just say, whatever, dude, you're right. Live to fight another day. We've talked about the Kelvin Joseph situation ad nauseum, and to the point where it just kind of drives me crazy. I just finished doing my Friday night live stream, and I'm going to try and move on a bit from that. But the thing that drives it all home, as we've been focusing on how stupid Kelvin Joseph was to be in this situation and how it's jeopardized his career, we still forget that there's a person on the other side of this that is no longer there, that had a family, that had a mother, a girlfriend. And Miss Jackie had sent me a tweet from the Dallas Morning News that the family is scouring social media for answers, which kind of makes sense that here it is, Kelvin Joseph has wiped his Instagram, wiped his Twitter, and all that feed, so it's out of there. Anything that was there is now gone. Anything that could be a clue to what had happened and so on is gone. But what killed me is Ray's girlfriend that he lived with, I think, for a year. I was just skimming the beginning of the article. She got her last text from him at 1:54 in the morning and said, "I miss you." We forget. We all do things in life that are stupid. We have a bout of anger and things like that. I think about what happened with me and E2 Blue, where we both got in each other's face and things got heated. But in the end, he went on home. I stayed at my home. We ended up working the situation out. When you pull out a gun and you fire, there ain't no working it out. It's just a loss. Now, people have a hole for the rest of their lives. And in the end, that gun that the guy pulled out, yeah, you're not going to disrespect me, and shot, well, I hope you feel well respected when your ass is sitting there in jail. Because that's what it comes down to. Just stupid. Tragic. What a waste. In the meantime, when bad things happen in life, the worst thing you can do is continue to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Learn from the things that you do wrong. And unfortunately, the Cowboys don't learn that lesson. You can look at most of the mistakes the Cowboys have made over and over and over again, and it all goes back to a philosophy. Stephen Jones, the penny pinching, money miser, cheapskate that he is, doesn't understand, because I guess he's never had to work for money and understand. See, here's the thing about life. I tell people the cheapest price isn't the cheapest price. You say, what? What do you mean? I remember when I had a crew of guys, we were doing commercial build outs and stuff like that. Home Depot had these Delta drills. Delta made a lot of big equipment. They didn't really make drills, but they had these Delta cordless drills. This is probably 15 years ago. And they were cheap. They were like, $89, $99. I said, well, shit. I'll buy 5 of those for the guys while we're hanging drywall and stuff. It's a bargain. Outfit them real cheap. $99 or $89, whatever. That's nothing. That's a good price. But here's the thing. 2 weeks in, a lot of those drills just started to die. The motors in them started, you could smell them burning. They were cheap. And they worked like they were cheap. They broke down. Do you know that one of the drills that I bought that was a DeWalt one at that same time, I still have like 15 years later. I've had to get a conversion bit, a battery for it because I can't get those batteries anymore. But the craftsmanship and the quality of that one that cost like $249 is still running today. I got what I paid for it. The reality is if I kept buying those cheap drills, I probably would have gone through 20 of those by now. So 89 times 20, guess what? I bought the really good one. I would have bought the really good one 5 or 6 times, and that one's still running. And this is the thing that Stephen Jones doesn't understand, because he's never had to make his own money and understand that when you run a business and things, you can't afford to just say, well, I'll get something cheap and I'll just replace it next year. You don't have money to do that. And when you're doing a job, you have to understand, if I don't do the job well, quickly, efficiently, and make money on it, I'm not going to be in business any longer. I'm not going to get hired for the next job. But Stephen Jones doesn't have that worry. He doesn't have to worry that, I messed up on this free agent. I've got to replace it again. It's okay. I've got the money to do it. I'm not going to lose my job. So the Cowboys' philosophy, and I say, John disagrees with me some, but the Cowboys have been pretty good at drafting the first round. I dare say better than anybody in our division at drafting the first round. We can at least go that far. But when it comes to the second round, that's where Stephen Jones comes back in, where he's looking for a discount. I want more than what I'm paying for less. And they've gone through with guys with questionable character, guys with questionable health histories, because they think I'm going to get the good shit for less. Be that Jalen Smith, who was on one leg, who most teams said, we're not sure if he's going to be able to play or not. Cowboys say, we got first round, and they'll say to you this, well, we feel we got first round talent with Jalen Smith, and we're happy about that. Because you feel like you got over on somebody. You did that with Jalen Smith. You did that with Tristan Hill, who did not get along with his coaching staff, and they wouldn't allow him to start and hardly played. To the point where he came here and Rod Marinelli had him sign a contract to say, your ass is going to show up to work. Second round pick. He's got talent to be a first rounder, but we can work with that. Boom. You can look at, Woozy wasn't discounted, so I'm not going to put him there. I'm missing somebody besides Kelvin Joseph. But Kelvin Joseph, again, young guy who could not get along at LSU. Okay? LSU don't care about you going to class. LSU don't care about your off-field stuff. They only care about you playing and winning. You are the boss man there, as long as you're taking care of being on the field. But you couldn't get along there and you had to transfer to Kentucky? That's the red flags right there. Red flags. And so every time the Cowboys have gone through thinking they've got a bargain in the second round because of injury or questionable character, it's blown up in their face. Now, I will say this. There's an exception to every rule. You'll remember, and maybe this one worked out. This is the exception, not the rule. But Micah Parsons, there was some question on his character, because of some hazing incidences in college. Well, fortunately, he's not the one that's the bad guy like Kelvin Joseph. So as we enter this draft, I would hope that instead of the Cowboys looking at that second round pick and saying, how can we get a first round talented guy at a discounted level, and look at a guy who's injured and say he fell because of this reason, that you go through and get a guy who doesn't have any questionable characterizations and does not have any injuries. Because what you've done, and I will say that you have gotten two in D-Law and Diggs, but what you've done most times when you try to think that you were beating the system by getting an injured guy or a guy with questionable character is it blows up in your face. And we're tired of having things blow up in our face every time. We got to get a player. We got to get a player. Stop this bargain basement, I'm going to get over on you crap. Because just like that drill, it's going to have to be replaced. And you can't do business that way. You'll lose money. And that's all I got to say about that, y'all. But I am glad that the weather is turning warmer again. Because when it gets warmer, then that means it starts to get hot. When it gets hot, that means it's summertime. When it becomes summertime, then that means fall's around the corner and football's there too. And tomorrow, we have the US of L. And I might just live stream watching that first game. I just might. And if I do, I hope you join me. Hope you guys are having a great day. Please, be safe out there. Don't do something stupid. Plan on coming home alive. And tell somebody you love. Wow. Ray's last tweet to his girlfriend, I miss you. I can guarantee you that neither Ray nor his girlfriend thought that was going to be the last time. Tell somebody you love them tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Be safe out there. And God willing, I'll see you in the morning.